All right, welcome to Yin Yoga. We're going to start with the supine position on our backs. Have some blocks handy, maybe at hip level. Bolster handy and strap handy. And I'm going to recommend some kind of massage ball handy. So something about the size of a tennis ball or smaller. This is a yoga tune-up ball. It's a little smaller than a tennis ball. A cricket ball will do at a pinch, or a baseball, I guess. But we'll be using that to massage out some of the kinks we have in the body. Let's start with knees together, feet apart. Palms face upwards, 45 degrees out from the hips. And let the shoulder blades and the shoulders settle. Let the back of the neck be long without squishing the chin into the chest. So you don't want to stretch the back of the neck in a forward compression of the throat. And we call this neutral head tilt. So your chin and your ears would be somewhat parallel to the ground. No chin up in the air, of course. We don't want to shorten the back of the neck. So we want the neck and the back to settle so the shoulders can settle. Meanwhile, with the hips and the legs, we want the psoas muscle to let go by bringing the knees together, feet apart. Scan through your body. And as you scan through the body, let each new breath get a little deeper. Now, when I say each new breath gets a little deeper, what I really mean is let it be gentler and slower. So the breath does something quite magical. When you become very gentle and slow, the lungs can take in a lot more air without straining. So the deeper breath in is an unstrained, almost tranquil expansion. And control the exhale through pursed lips. So reducing the volume of air out, slowing it down, like a tire going flat. You can even make a little hissing whisper if you like. As you exhale, pull the navel back in towards the spine. I want you to feel that traction in the low back. And as you inhale, inhale slowly without jarring, without activating the shoulders and neck. So have the upper body very, very relaxed and calm as you breathe in, because there's a tendency for the shoulders to become reactive on the inhale. And as you exhale, as you empty, pull the navel in, engage the abdominals, traction out the low back. So using TP pose as a restorative pose, releasing tension with each breath. Now, as you breathe in, you'll feel the tailbone lift. You'll feel the spine arch in the low back. That's okay. So long as you relax the shoulders and neck. And as you exhale, you start to feel the low back traction out. As you pull the navel in, as you tuck the tailbone. Gently clasp the hands above the heart. The arms don't have to be rigid, they can be quite soft. As you inhale, float those straight arms over the head. Find your range of motion in the shoulder joint that feels comforting. And then exhale, bring the hands back towards the knees. And as you do, empty completely, pull the navel in, tuck the tailbone. As you begin the inhale, float the arms back, working in the range of motion that feels nourishing for your shoulders. No more. Empty completely. Pull the navel in. Float the hands up over the head and continue that motion of breath. Exhale, tucking the tailbone. And start to feel as you tuck the tailbone and reach the hands down towards the thighs. Feel the shoulders come away from the neck. If you can't feel that, reach a little further with the knuckles. So you really feel those shoulders come away. Pull the navel in, empty completely. You can even prolong the exhale here. Have a breath retention out as you get that extra little stretch. Keep going, but change the interlace of your fingers to your non-habitual grip. Just do that as you smooth out in motion. Just adjust the fingers. Tuck the tailbone, reach the knuckles down, empty completely. Come back slowly, inhaling slowly. And starting to feel the connection between the arms and the ribs. As the arms come back. Now the next time you come back, let's pause here. Pause. Stretch to the degree that feels right for you. And try to stretch from the tailbone. So the tailbone tucks as the arms reach further away. So there's this sense that the tailbone is doing the stretch, not the arms. The arms are moving away, but you're really focusing on tucking the tailbone to keep the spine as long as you can. And then exhale, release the hands into goalpost arms. So goalpost arms, the elbows are on the floor, 90 degrees out from the shoulder. Palms facing the feet, fingers in the air, splay the hands, splay the fingers. As you inhale, let the back of the hands slowly fall backwards into goddess. Feel the shoulder blades here. Just turn your head to the left. Check that the elbow is pretty much 90 degrees out from the shoulder joint on the E, and then turn to the other side. It's common to feel asymmetrical here. So if one hand goes back a little more easily, that's fine. Now take a deep breath in. As you exhale, float the hands forward through space until the palms come down towards the floor beside the hips into scarecrow. Tuck the tailbone, draw the navel in, traction out the low back. So similar principle to what we were just doing. Continue on with this motion, isolating the rotated cuffs. Go gently, restoratively. And if you can, on the exhale, when you're tucking the tailbone, when you're drawing the navel back, hold the breath out. It's called breath retention out for as long as you can. And make sure the inhale is smooth, gentle, and slow on the way back. So don't hold out so long you react with a gasp. You just hold out empty. Pull the navel in. Tuck the tailbone. When you feel the compulsion to breathe in, slowly, gently, arms come back. We're going to be here for about another 5 breaths. And for the last 3 breaths, as you exhale, turn the head to the right. As you inhale, turn the head to the left. On that 3rd breath, clasp the hands under the head and rest the back of the head against your hands. Open the elbows out nice and wide. Keep the knees together. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift the head into neck traction. Wrap the forearms around the skull. Feel the upper back open up. The shoulder blades come apart. Squeeze the sides of the skull strongly between the forearms and the palms. And gripping the back of the skull, lift it up, and traction out the neck. As you do this, gently turn the head left and then right. Once more left, keep the traction going, and then right. And then slowly lower the head, carefully lower. Release the hands. If you've got blocks handy by your side, Bring them under the thighs, soles of the feet together into butterfly pose. Hips open, arch the spine, palms out, 45 degrees. Now once again, in this shape, can you stay focused on your slow breathing? And as you exhale, pull the navel back, tuck the tailbone, and you'll feel the glutes tighten up because the hips are open. You might feel a strain. If you feel too much strain, push the blocks in closer to the hips to take some strain off the hips on the exhale. After 3 or 4 breaths, see if you can move the blocks out a little further. Pull that navel in. Feel the sensations in the hips. Hold the breath out for as long as you can without having a reaction on the inhale. Let the inhale be soft, gentle, and slow, deep. Relax the whole body as you inhale. So it's kind of it's kind of paradoxical. As you're exhaling, you're really squeezing, you're pulling the navel back, engaging that lock in the solar plexus. And as you inhale, it's like you're laying an egg. Everything relaxes, everything swells out. There's an expansion. Usually we relax on the exhale and feel the tension from the inhale. See if those blocks can go out a little further or not. On the next exhale, let the whole body relax. Let the breathing simply come and go of its own accord. Don't force the exhale. Notice how the hips feel. Adjust the blocks outwards if you can. If the hips can open more, now, as you hold the hips open, cross your arms in front of the chest, hug yourself. Try to bring the right elbow underneath the left elbow. Pull your shoulders away from the neck. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lift the head and shoulders off the ground into a little abdominal crunch, and pull those shoulders a little further down. Hold the crunch. The breath might be a little shallow. You might feel a little quivering. Slowly come down and relax the arms. Turn the head left. Inhale neutral, exhale the head right. Inhale, the head neutral. Hug ourselves again. This time the left elbow is going to be on the bottom. So we've changed the hug. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Pull them down. Exhale, crunch up. Lift the head. Tuck the chin as you pull the shoulders down. That's it. Good. Breathe as smoothly as you can. Exhale, gently lower, release the arms, bring the knees together, feet apart. TP pose. Feel the legs. Feel the upper legs, the inner thighs. Turn the head left. And then right. Bring the head neutral, hands under the head. Exhale, neck traction. Once again, crunch, but this time with the head supported. Wrap the forearms and pull the skull up. As you do this, turn the head gently to the left and then rotate to the right. Bring the head neutral. Lower the head, cross the right knee over the left. Push the right thigh away with the right hand. Left hand reaches back over the head if that's available to you. If that's not available, bring it out 90 degrees, palm face up. So there's a reach with the left arm, there's a push with the right hand into the, well, basically into the hip, the groin area there where the leg joins the hip. Tractioning out the hip. Pick the left knee up so that the figure four is coming towards you. Grab that right foot, right knee, and squeeze it in towards the ribs. Figure four, pigeon. Now there's a number of options here. Option one is you can just squeeze each toe on the right foot with the left hand. It's a nice way to wake up that foot. Option two, you stay right where you are, you're just pulling the figure four in with the hands and using the left knee to push it. The next option is to lift the head and reach your hand through the figure four. Wrap your hands around the shin. And if your hands don't reach the shin, you could always bring a strap around the shin and hold the shin. And then lay the head down into neutral head tilt. If your chin is sticking up here, put something under the head. Take pressure off the back of the neck. Make sure there's no strain in the back of your neck. And it could be anything. It could be a cushion. It could be a towel. If you've got a really tight neck, you could even bring a block underneath the back of the head. You want the back of the neck to feel really comfortable as you do this. As you do this, relax the shoulders. I want you to feel the shoulders coming away from the neck if you can here. So you feel this in the right thigh, the right leg. Let the breathing be unforced. Let yourself be breathed. Make sure you're breathing gently. because there's a lot of sensation here, especially in the right leg. Really relax those shoulders as best as you can. Keep the jaw soft. Look, let's rotate the feet while we're here. Just rotate both ankles. Other way. Now carefully drop the left foot to the ground. Keep the figure 4 intact. Push the right thigh away again and left hand back over the head or out to the side. Release the push and pull. We're going to go into that figure 4 stretch again. Lift the figure 4. Squeeze the knee and the foot towards you. And then decide if you want to go into the full lock with the hands around the shin or holding a strap. Now the beauty of this one is you can really relax the shoulders and let the shoulders start to traction out away from the neck. So we're getting into the legs for sure, but we're also getting into the shoulders. Let's rotate the ankles again. Other way. Drop the figure 4 to the ground. Keep the figure 4. And push your right knee over the left knee into floppy shin. Notice the change of sensations here. Bring the hands out 90 degrees if you can. Turn the head left. And then right. And then stop the flopping. Activate your left foot. The left foot's going to take the weight of the hips as you lift the hips into the air. Let's hold them here for a little bit. Tuck the tailbone as you hold them up. Tuck the tailbone. Now tilt the pelvis to the left so the left hip comes down onto the ground. The knees come over to the left. Check out your right shoulder here. It's going to feel quite a bit. If you can, try to keep the right shoulder, right arm grounded. But if you need to support it, do so. Turn the head gently to the right. Now just work on this right shoulder a little bit. Float the right hand up into the air and bring it over towards that left arm. And then float it back. Try that a few more times. You're just working the right shoulder here over towards that left arm and then back. Now a slightly different movement with that right shoulder. Bring the right hand down behind your buttocks, palm down. So you're reaching down towards your feet. And then float it all the way up into the air and over your head. Try that a few times. Down, behind the buttocks, ground it down. Feel the right shoulder come away from the neck and then back up over. Now your right leg has had a big twist here the whole time. The right hip, the right low back. The next time you bring the arm up into the air, lift the knees up and uncross the knees and come into ragdoll. Just uncross, become floppy, like a mini shavasana. Feel the contrast between the right side of the body and the left side of the body. You can even turn the head left and then right. Bend the knees, cross the left ankle over the right. Figure 4. Push the left thigh away from you. Right hand reaches over the head. Release the arms as you pick up the figure 4 using the right knee. Reach down with the hands and grab the left leg with your hands, knee and foot, pushing with the right knee. You should feel that traction out the low back. You'll feel that in the left leg this time. Let's turn the head right and then left. Just make sure the shoulders don't jack up here. There's a tendency to jack the shoulders up. Now remember the other options here. You can reach through the figure 4, grab the shin, so you can traction the shoulders away from the neck here, simply by relaxing the shoulders. You can hold a strap as well. Make sure the head is in neutral, head tilt. No strain on the neck. You can rotate the ankles. So let's feel the left thigh, left leg getting plenty of stretch. The ankles getting rotation. Shoulders coming away from neck. A lot going on. Low back traction. And then gently release the figure 4 to the ground. Push the left thigh away with the left hand, right hand comes over the head. And then once more, picking up your figure 4. whatever variation you want. And if you're holding the shin, really let those shoulders go. All that tension in the neck, the occipital ridge, shoulders. Oi, oi, oi. And you can feel how this particular pose also helps that tension in the low back go. Left thigh. And then release the figure four when you're ready. Push the knee over the knee, lock the knees into floppy shin, palms out 90 degrees. Make sure the head, the back of the neck is long, no scrunching. Walk the right foot in a little closer as you stop the flopping. Activate the right foot as you lift the hips up and tuck the tailbone here. So as you lift the hips up, when you tuck the tailbone, you activate the right hamstring. So you get a nice hamstring workout here. Now tilt the pelvis to the right, come onto the right hip, knees to the right. And just check in with that left shoulder now. Left arm. As far as possible, trying to keep it grounded. If it's injured or sore, you can elevate it with a cushion under the hand or shoulder. Let's do some flyovers here. Left arm up and over to the right arm. Let the head come with the hand. So track the hand with your eyes so you're turning the neck as you fly over the body. Just feeling that left shoulder. Noticing the range of motion. Work in the pain-free range. Now the next time you lift up, we're going to do the palm down to the floor behind your hips and then back over the head. So it's a vertical movement rather than horizontal. And as you drop the hand down behind the hips, really drop that left shoulder, tractioning out the neck. The next time you come to neutral, lift the knees. Come into ragdoll, floppy shins. Oh. Really stretch those legs out, and as you do, curl the toes back so the calf muscles get some release here. And have your ball handy. Have your ball handy. Grab the ball in the left hand and just squeeze the ball and release. Squeeze and release. Just the left hand. Squeeze and release. Change hands. Now, if the hand is injured at all, just squeeze it gently. Now, interlace the fingers with the ball in between the palms. I'm going to come up closer to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. So I've got the ball, interlaced fingers, the ball's between, I'm just going to roll it between the hands. So the hands are clasped and I'm rolling it through the heel palm there. Now, if that doesn't work, you can open the fingers out and just roll it from side to side. So it's either fingers clasped, that's going to give you more leverage where you can really dig deep into the fascia of the hand, or you can open the fingers out, splay it out and roll it between the hands. And just roll it in a way. Every now and then you might have to re-grip, or you might just hold it statically. And then come into a gentle massage. So have the left hand kind of facing the ceiling, and the right hand's just going to push the ball down and around, particularly where the thumb joint connects with the hand. So rolling over the fleshy part of the heel palm where the thumb connects. Just massaging it out. And then take the ball to the back of the hand where the thumb and the index finger kind of create a little hollow, and rub that out. And then come and massage out the back of the hand. It's a very gentle massage. And then switch hands. If you're using an egg, you might want to make sure it's hard boiled. And don't forget the back of the right hand as well. And then at some point you can release the ball. Hold the left hand into the air with droopy fingers. And grab the tip of your left thumb with your right thumb and index finger. And with that droopy left thumb, just rotate the left thumb gently between the other two fingers. And once again, I'll come up close to the camera so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm just turning the left thumb that's betwixt the right thumb and the right index finger, just turning it in a kind of circle. The left hand is limp. The left thumb is limp. And then try that with the index finger. And try it in both directions with each digit. And just stay with each digit for as long as it's interesting for you. So you're really letting the digits relax on the hand that's being nourished. And everybody's hands are going to be different here, either through injury or genetics, so you're going to have different experiences with each digit. Switch hands when you're ready. Relaxing the other hand, letting the digits droop. Each direction. One at a time. And particularly taking time on the thumb, because the thumb's the opposable digit. It's the one that makes our hands so versatile. So the thumb is always doing a tremendous amount of work in any kind of gripping situation. Whether it's a delicate grip like a pen or a needle, or where we're hanging off the side of a cliff, gripping the body's weight. Now when you've done all the digits, interlace the fingers and rub the heel palms together quite vigorously. I want you to feel heat here. You feel the friction between the heel palms generate a lot of heat, particularly where the thumb meets the hand. Rub, rub, rub. Let the heat build up. As soon as you see a spark, take the hands away and rest the warm heel palms over your eyelids. Feel the warmth soak into the eyelids. And then release and create a little diamond shape with the index fingers touching and the thumb tips touching. So if you hold it up in the air, you can see this diamond shape between the hands. The hands are together. Now we're going to lift the hips into the air and place that diamond shape underneath the buttocks and sit down on the hands in that diamond shape. Extend the legs out. Let the weight of the body press down onto the back of the hands in that diamond shape. Relax the shoulders away from the neck. You might have to bring the elbows down a bit. Turn the head left. Inhale the head neutral. Exhale the head right. Inhale the head neutral, bend the knees, lift the hips, remove the hands, and rest the hands gently on the belly. Let the fingers go limp. Relax your shoulders. Invite the shoulders to relax. Make sure the neck is long, the head in neutral head tilt. If your legs feel uncomfortable, proper bolster under the thighs. Let go of any breathing technique and allow yourself to be breathed like you would if you were asleep. Reflect for a moment on your intention for today's class. Check in with those body parts that you've worked with in today's class, and just use the light of your awareness to invite them to relax. So no effort to relax, just awareness. Awareness and an invitation to relax. See if you can feel the heat between the hands and the belly. So we feel our own radiance as heat. And feel that radiance right down to the feet, through the legs. That sense of heat and radiation that emanates from the skin, from the outer physical, visual layer of the body. There's an invisible layer of heat, light, radiance. Feel yourself as that radiance. Feel it dissolve into the air around you. And then come back to the heat between the hands and the belly. And let that heat be a soothing balm for the hands and the belly. Letting the tension go in both as you bend the knees. Take a gentle stretch with the arms over the head and roll to one side. And in your own time, you can make your way up to a comfortable seat, whatever that feels like. And then lift the corners of the mouth. Lift the arms. Look up. Yay, we are done. Namaste. Thanks everyone. Great to have you on. I hope you feel terrific.